And Bree, you have built this.
I'm one of the people who have helped to build this for sure.
This is amazing. So, Bree, the last time I talked to you, you were winning all sorts of awards, like you always do. But now you're just like buying everything and buying everyone.
Maybe not quite. But hey, if that's like the impression that's getting out there, then cool. No, we've had a really good year at Gamma. The whole team has been very focused on developing the backbone that is our new premium subscription platform, Adult Time, which has been in many ways modeled after mainstream digital streaming sites, places like Netflix and Hulu, in the sense we wanted to create a place where our fans would have access to a lot of different kind of content and continuously new content put out at a very premium quality. For me as a producer, my original vision for Adult Time was I had all these ideas for things I wanted to do, but half of them weren't pay sites. You know, it was much more geared towards making television for adults, making series for adults, making, you know, something that went beyond the update machine or just about advertising and all the stuff that a lot of our industry has become focused on. I wanted to bring it back to just like, no, here's a petri dish of a lot of people consuming a lot of different content that we can like learn from and produce better content for. So that was Adult Time. We also formed a really important partnership with Vivid, where we have taken over the operations of their broadcasting business and their online business. So that means producing new content for Vivid, which is the first time in almost a decade.
Yes.
I'm so excited to be part of that project because Vivid is such an important brand in the history of adult.
Yeah.
And you know what they built in terms of their values and their ethics and the way they challenged and disrupted the adult industry in the 80s and 90s by, you know, the way they marketed content, what they produced, the focus on the quality, the focus on the performers is so in line with our ethics. So it was a great partnership. And then we just announced the acquisition of Burning Angel, which is another...
I said that the other day, and I'm like, I guess the first question I'm going to ask you when we get here is, can you buy me too?
Yeah. Well,
it's like you just snatching up everything.
Well, the important thing again was, you know, we've been, Joanna and Gamma have been in a partnership relationship for 6 years. So we've already worked very closely together. You know, she is a prolific, not just performer, but director, producer, brand ambassador, businesswoman, smart, focused also on the content and, you know, challenging the status quo within her work. That's been a big part of that brand's entire history.
Yes.
So her and I sort of started to work more closely together last year. We did Trailer Park Taboo, which is a film she wrote and directed for Peer Taboo. And we've kept in touch, and we're kind of talking about new projects. I wanted to get her involved in Adult Time as a producer. And then the conversation became, well, man, Burning Angel would really benefit from being part of Adult Time. And, you know, she was looking for, you know, what ways that she could evolve that brand. It was already part of our family. So we took the decision to, you know, to acquire the brand and the assets and to continue to work with Joanna as one of our producers. So we signed a multi-year agreement with her. It's not an exclusive agreement. She can definitely go off and work on different projects and everything for her brand. But I'm really proud of this acquisition as a symbol of it's not selling out, it's not giving up, it's taking it into the next, taking that very important brand and exposing it to a lot more people and giving her that launching pad to not only continue to shoot Burning Angel, you know, with the backbone of not just, you know, that small subset of people watching it, but a much wider subset of people watching it. And also for new stuff, which as a content creator, that's what is important. I'm doing like 5 or 6 series right now. That's what I love to do. I want to try different things.
Yeah, I heard you say something earlier about how I'm a horrible pornographer, but I love making movies.
Yeah. Well, my poor marketing team, they're great people. They always kind of like cover their eyes when I say that. But it's true. You know, I
watched a lot of your work.
Yeah.
And not that porn is not art. But when I look at that, I'm like, this is artistically done. There's all sorts of things going on.
There's layers. There's a lot of layers. A lot more layers probably than most people ever understand. But yeah, I just like being, I've always been a storyteller. I've always been very interested in film. I just love...
Would you consider yourself the Walt Disney of porn?
I don't know if I would say Walt Disney.
Because he was always a storyteller.
Yes, yeah. I mean, a lot of my stories are somewhat darker than Disney. Although they've had a lot of dark undertones to a lot of their stuff.
No deal, we got swallowed up by that damn whale.
Yeah. I might be a bit more like the Quentin Tarantino of porn. I'm kind of a bit of a disruptor, but no, I love sex as a subject, and sex plays a very important role within my stories. But my stories aren't just to lead up to a sex scene.
Yes.
The way that I conceive them, it's much more how to integrate it all within a story, and to showcase the tremendous talent that our industry has that has been so pigeonholed for so many years because it's porn, and if you look at our nominations, the number of nominations we have for acting, that is what I care about, because it's,
fantastic.
AVN created a whole featurette category this year, I think, because they just didn't know what to do with all of the performances that we were coming out with, because they weren't all in movies, traditional movies, but... So I'm really proud of that.
The one thing I think is great is that this whole thing that you built here, you can't miss it when you come into the room.
Well, that was sort of the plan,
And it's not. You've got a good flow here. You're getting fans in and getting them out. It's not this train wreck that I see at some of these other booths.
Yeah.
You've got a team here organizing all this. You should be very proud of yourself.
I am. And you know what the best part about this is that I did not do this. My team did this. Yeah. I got for the first time to kind of waltz in and see. This is I have a tremendous team behind me. My assistant has worked for like 8 months putting all of this together.
Oh yeah, because this is I've been involved with like planning concert events and festivals and things. The minute that AVN was over last year, you guys probably started planning this year.
Oh yeah, it happens like that. And as soon as we knew that Adult Time was a go, we knew we wanted to debut it at the AVNs. This is the biggest event for our industry. Yep. It is also, where you get the highest concentration of really diehard fans.
Yes.
And it's a place where I wanted to also make sure that the Adult Time booth featured the range of performers that we have. So this week you will see men, you will see women, you will see trans women, you will see plus-size women, you will see every type of model community represented, because that's who we showcase. They're all here, they're all part of our brand, they're all an important part of our brand, and I want to make sure that is evident to anybody who comes in here. These guys deserve as much of a place as our female performers do.
Yes.
And also having Vivid Radio here to show the unity between our companies is really important.
I think is awesome too,
because
you've got your area for your video and visual media. You've got your radio. You've got your spot where people can meet the stars. And then you've got like a pro shop / merch area.
Yeah, and we're giving it all away. I didn't want a single thing for sale. I just want as many people to leave with a week free to Adult Time. That was my goal. Just to see what we're doing, to see that there is an investment in quality content.
Well, and the one thing I like, and you brought this up earlier, and I joked about it before we started with the Vince McMahon Dana White thing, but when Vince goes in and he buys a wrestling company or he buys their catalog, it's smashed down and it's all WWE. And with you, it's no, I want to keep Joanna Angel and her brand.
Yeah.
It's not, we're going to smash it, it's going to be something else.
Yeah, Adult Time is a platform. And there are many, many channels within Adult Time. That's how we want to look at it. And every channel, every series is really important. It has its own brand identity, has its own audience, has its own, look and feel. And it's all under the Adult Time umbrella. Just again, the same way that Netflix is a platform, there's many amazing shows that spin out of it. And yes, of course, we're doing Adult Time Originals. We'll have our original series.
Yeah.
But, you know, what I'm hoping to do in the next 2 years is get a chance to work with as many like-minded producers as I can. People who want to come on and do an Adult Time series. Maybe they have their own separate thing, their own separate brand. That's cool. But if you want to come work with us on doing a unique project where you get to just focus on the content, focus on the project.
That's fantastic.
That's what I want to do. And that, I think our fans are going to want to see more and more of.
Okay, before we let you go, how do we get the service? How do we, get involved with you?
Yeah.
Give me all the plugs here.
Well, the best place to go to at this point, any one of our sites, girlsway.com, peertaboo.com, they all still exist. It's just when you log in, you also get all of Adult Time. So
Fantastic.
if you want to just, you can come through any number of door. You can go to adulttime.com. It's a one low price subscription service. There's no gimmicks. There's no ads. We really are trying to, our business model is all about making something that you're going to want to stick around for.
Fantastic.
So that drives every business decision we make. You can check us out on Twitter at AdultTimeCom. You can follow me at The Bree Mills on both Twitter and Instagram.
Yep.
If you go through any one of those doors, you'll end up at Adult Time.
Fantastic. Well, you and your team should be excited that you got such the turnout here.
Thank you.
This is awesome.
Well, we're really humbled.
And good luck at the awards, by the way.
Thank you.
And thanks for watching, Jiggy Jag TV.